I'm told the only reasonable way to leave the city of Kamaishi behind is an old and tiny train that would take me south along the coastline. Here's where the big tsunami swept away whole villages and destroyed a large portion of the infrastructure, including some major highways and streets that have yet to be entirely rebuilt, hence the train taking. To no surprise, we soon stopped at a seemingly random village. From where on, everybody's on their own again. I realized that even if I did carry a map, I still wouldn't find out where I was. Which is a funky thought, as I do have an idea where I want to be the next day. Which is not here exactly. For a proper finish to the Tohoku round trip, 2 more goals seem reasonable. First off, it's an ancient temple town called Hiraizumi, the perfect place to get a good final dose of culture. Then there's Sendai, a busy metropolitan area that serves as a gateway hub to the south. Tonight's Halloween, and I intend to spend it in a proper bar. So let's relax for a few last seconds. Nice. Now let's ask for a bus. Bus leads to train, leads to train, leads to yet another train. So by noon, I enter Hiraizumi's prestigious temple district referred to as Motsuchi. Rumored to having contained hundreds of monasteries at its prime time around the 12th century, this site once rivaled former capital Kyoto in pride, glory and influence. However, this period only lasted a few decades or so, before basically everything got destroyed again. Presumably because building wooden structures in the forest is always only one carelessly thrown away cigarette away from total disaster. Some temples were rebuilt nonetheless, but it's only the sacred pond that has survived the past 800 years in its original form. Only a 5-kilometer skate ride away, on top of some nearby mountain, lies yet another temple district with equal historic importance. This complex has been in good use by monks for the last 1300 years, and it's called Chuson-chi. However, more than monks, you'll find tourists, all eager to lay eyes on North Japan's most precious relics, the Golden Altar and the Golden Amida Buddha. Behold! And now let's get a drink. Okay, it's easy to see where this is going, so let's pick it up the next day. Luckily it rains. Helps to stay fresh and awake with a head twice its normal size. I'm also lucky to find a nutritious breakfast before I bid farewell to North Honshu and say hi to Central Honshu, which introduces itself in the form of yet another tiny town at the sea. Stuffed with the usual ingredients like spiritual tranquility and total eardrum mayhem. Help! I settled for a quiet yet potentially exciting spot at a stony beach where I set up my tent. This is where I spend a surprisingly mild night before my board gets to decide where to head next. Well, this way, yeah. Only a little later I find a sign at the foot of a mountain. Don't know what it's selling, but if it's worth carving it in stone, it's gotta be something good. Like a tiny little shrine or a temple or whatever. So let's climb that rock. Alright, this better be something good. Okay then, I lost about a pint of sweat, and here's the final plateau. What do we find? What do we find? It's whatever. Here's a plate. Can't decipher it fully, but it says something about an Emperor Hidehu? Who supposedly might have held a meeting here once. Might. Well, this might be the least significant site in all of Japan then. But never mind. If this trip finds its climax at the least important tiny little shrine on some deserted hill in absolute no man's land, I'm totally fine with it. Now, we're as high up as the Eiffel Tower, so let's just take a final look around before we hit the road again. Where does this road lead?